Alrighty, good morning, everybody. How are you? I hope you're well. You notice I was a bit silent there. That's because, we're using YouTube, and then I don't want that long, blank, empty space, because on YouTube, you can't really edit the video as it is. So you don't want that empty, blank space. But on Facebook, it's very easy to go back and then get rid of it and do all sorts of things with it. But I think probably within the next 2-3 days, I should be taken out of Facebook jail and back on normal posting on my page. The page should be back up in line as well. But nonetheless, it's a Wednesday, and we're very, very glad to be here. Yesterday was very interesting during our orientation. We are having orientations. Two very interesting bits of information for you. Let me begin with the orientation first, and then the second bit of information also isn't just on the orientation, but also on some of the other experiences that we've had as groups as we've been working to build the business. So now, yesterday during orientation, we're able to see that a lot of people are not familiar with the goals and goal setting when it comes to Jeunesse, the income margins and levels. That's something that people are not familiar with. People are also not familiar with the process by which you grade prospects to determine which prospect is the right prospect to approach. People have the material, but they've not bothered to read. That's the GPG, getting started booklet. We've got the, as well as we've got the incomes and the possibility of what a person can earn through the various levels of Jeunesse. So these are very, very important bits of information, because yesterday we were doing what was called goal setting. And it's very important that every one of you that is a distributor in this business needs to connect with your upline if you've not yet done your goal setting. This is part of the work you start right at the beginning of the business, so that you determine exactly how much you can earn, how much you can make, how you make that amount of money, what it takes to make it. These are very, very important. But I think what's even more important is setting up the back office for the wallet and setting up for the payment system. Today, I just received a notification and confirmed that, yes, we can receive payments directly by wire here in Zambia. So, but there is a catch. So good news, you can receive money via wire transfer straight from Jeunesse to your bank account in Zambia. So that's a plus. The bad news is there is a limit to how much you can be paid, and I mean a lower limit. And that is because whenever you use the SWIFT system and you're being paid in USD, the charge on SWIFT system, regardless of how much you're being paid, is $20. I know that because yesterday I received, I effected 2 payments. One was coming from Hong Kong. They were paying me about $200, and 20 of that $200 went to bank fees. And I was like, geez. So whilst I was still trying to figure that out, then the Jeunesse notification came through as well. And I noted that the charge for transferring from your account from their account to your account through the SWIFT system internationally is also $20. So I realized, so that's the standard. The standard is $20 is what is charged. And that's why if the amount is smaller, it just makes sense to have the card, because even if you work out all the costs, it's still cheaper. But if the amount is bigger, then yes, it makes more sense to have the bank transfer. So if you're working well in this business, you can earn substantial amounts of money. And so the $20 really doesn't become a problem at all. It's okay. You can do the $20. And I think there's a charge also. They charge a percentage which is charged by the e-wallet platform, but it's definitely nowhere near as high as it would be if you're using the card. Of course, the card has its pluses in that they will not charge you for POS, point of sale transactions, but you will be charged in other instances. So it's something to weigh. Anyway, today we have an orientation. We continue with our orientation. We will have one at 11:30. So those of you who are interested, I will share the link for the orientation and you can jump on. But we're not going back. We're just continuing from where we left off. So if you're not familiar, go get in touch with your upline. They will guide you further. So at this point, without further ado, Anne, you're most welcome to pick it up and run through and take us through what you have ready for us. Cheerio.
Okay, thank you so much, Rev Walter. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you on the call. I've seen some new names. I know some of them whom I invited and they're here. Welcome, Catherine. Welcome, Sarah. And welcome, Michael and Judy. I think it's your first time here. This is the place to be in the J team, the Jeunesse family, where we encourage each other to do network marketing in a smart way so that we yield results. So today I thought I would talk to you about the marketing secrets, what one needs to do and be familiar with in order to be successful in your network marketing. And I'll share my screen with some of the things I have in store for you. Okay, it's loading. Marketing secrets. In order to do anything well, you must know what works and what doesn't work. So I really want to highlight and point out those things which we need to be good at, where we can improve, where we can get better at what we are doing so that we can be able to work smart and yield good results. Just give me a minute. I wanted to have the full screen on. Okay. Just a minute. Let me stop and start again. All right. Okay. All right. So the first thing which one needs to really take care of is yourself, because you are branding yourself. So brand you. So be a product of the product. That's why we are very much into using the products. You can only talk about something you have used and seen results in order to get a good conversion rate of people who are listening to you, who will eventually become buyers or who will eventually become distributors in the business. So be a product of the product, use the product. I use the skin range and I use that to market the Jeunesse business. When I use the skin range and I post my photos before and after, and as I continually continue to post photos of myself, I get compliments. And when I get a compliment, I'm asked, what are you using? Then I start talking about the skincare range we have. So if you want to market this business, market yourself. Market yourself by branding yourself and going out there and talking about what has made a difference in your life. I want us to do an exercise. If someone refers to you, what is the first thing that comes to their mind? I want you to think about that. If someone is like, they're having a conversation and they're talking about people, and then someone says, I know Anne Bakyaita. What do you think is the first thing that comes to their mind? Would you kindly write it in the chat? What comes to mind when people write are talking about you, what comes to their mind? Okay. I want to see those responses coming. What do people, for me, it's about being able. Yeah, Revolt are talking. Yeah, that describes you. What about the others? Changed, okay. Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's also about change, about being able to adapt in different seasons in my life. Yeah. So we all have something people know about us, but we can build that brand so that people even get to know more about us, so that when our name is mentioned, people have something to say about us. Yes, SPM, natural hair. Yeah, natural hair. Yeah, so those are the things we can work on so that we are easily remembered. So that when your name is mentioned, people can associate you with a certain group. And even attending these meetings, these calls, we are building a brand. People know us for, those are those people who meet 30 minutes in the morning and talk about their business and build each other up, they coach each other. So we are known for a certain thing we do in our lives by what we do, what we put out there, what people see of us, and that becomes our brand, because that will help us in marketing our products, marketing ourselves, and marketing our business. I'll now move on to the next thing, which I want us to look at, is the career sweet spot. The career sweet spot, the career sweet spot will define these things in your life. What you love to do. Let's talk about that. What do you love to do? Just reflect. What are those things you love to do? You can write them in the chat. I'll mention mine. I love backyard gardening. I love eating healthy foods. No wonder I was drawn into this business, because they are organic products extracted from botanicals, things which are grown without adding chemicals. So what do you love to do? I love reading, so that's why even there's a lot of material in the Jeunesse website. I keep reading all that stuff. I'm not one of those who don't read, because I love reading. So I read, I do research. What do you love doing? Let's see those answers being written in the chat. Helping others, yeah, helping others. Yeah, that's a good one. I also love, if I have something good to offer or something which has worked well for me, I love talking about it. I love sharing with other people about it. I love sharing about my faith. I love sharing about the Jeunesse products, what they have done. So that is something which can improve your marketing if you love what you do and you go ahead and do it. Then another thing to consider is what the world needs. What does the world need at this time? What do you think the world needs at this time? COVID struck. The world needs to be able to move, freedom without fear of getting COVID, even other diseases. The world fears getting sick. The world fears war, danger, economic fluctuations of prices, you know, the economic situation. That's what the world needs. So the world needs stability in the economic system. The world needs a healthy environment. There's so much talk about climate change. So when you know what the world needs, you can be able to pitch the business to what people are talking about. People are talking about rising prices. So we have a business where you can get an extra income in order to cope with the rising prices of fuel. So when you look out there for what the world needs, then you pitch it to what our business has to offer, the benefits of being in our business. Then you are working smart, you are marketing smart. Let me see what has been written in the chat about what the world needs. Yes, the world needs safe organic products. Yeah, formulating and innovation. That's what Catherine likes doing. Yeah, I know Catherine very well. That's what she does. The world needs love. That's wonderful. Yeah, Sylvia, the world needs to be loved. The world needs to know that someone cares about you. Someone cares about you enough to share this good opportunity for you, to invite you to these meetings, so that you can know better how to market your business. Even though you are not in this business, you can still learn tips you can apply in your business. But the best thing would be for you to join us in this business because it caters for all that the world needs. Soon we are going to have traveling again. Those who love travel, I know someone here who loves travel, Sarah. We are going to be going to Budapest. If you join us, I know you're very soon joining us. We'll be going to Budapest in November. So that's what the world needs, a change of scene, seeing other parts of the world. Then the next question is, what are you great at? All of us, God has given us gifts, talents, and abilities. But there's something which naturally comes to you and you're great at doing it. Rev Walter loves talking and he's great at talking. He's great at organizing these talks for us and really researching and teaching us. So he loves that. What are you great at? I want you to write in the chat, what are you great at? Okay, for me, I think what I'm great at is meeting new people. I'm also great at administration. Administration as in organizing things, organizing events, and linking people to other people. I'm good at that. I'm good at networking, in short. I love, if I know someone who can help and somebody needs some help, I'll refer them to that person. I'm good at linking people with other people. So what are you great at? Let me see at the chat, any responses? Yeah, okay. So keep thinking about that, what you're great at. So when you know what you're great at, use that as part of your marketing. It will do wonders for you. If you know what you're great at, excel at it and do it well. Okay, let's move on then to the next. Yeah, now let us look at these 3 rules one needs to live by. One thing, love your family. If you love your family and you know of a product we have in Jeunesse which will help a member of your family, then go ahead, buy it for them. Start with giving, buy it for them. Then they'll get even to a point when they are able to buy it for themselves if they're able to. I remember I used to give products to one of my sisters and she was so reluctant in using them. But recently I was surprised when she actually came and said, this time I want to buy for myself that product. I'm not going to just get free from you. And I said, wow, this is good, because I had shown love to her by giving her the product. Sometimes she didn't even use them and they would expire and she would throw them away. And I felt so bad. But now there's been a change because I showed her love. Now she's able to buy the products herself. I also subscribe for my dad. Every month I get in mind. So love your family. How can you show love to people, to your family? By giving them gifts, by giving them an opportunity to get involved in this business. So love your family. I know also of another downline of mine who has recruited her grandchildren in this business, so that she wants to leave a legacy that even when she goes, her grandchildren will be in this business. So love your family. The second thing is work super hard. You cannot achieve results unless you work hard. That is something I really want to emphasize. Work hard. You can never accomplish anything unless you really work hard. Work hard at whatever you're doing, even if this can be considered your side business, but you have to give it your all in order to get results. You can never achieve much without working super hard. I want to welcome those who have joined us since I started. Musonda, you're welcome. Thank you for honoring my invitation and coming. So that is something we have to do. Marketing is super hard work. You cannot achieve results unless you go out there and work hard, work smart, work in a way that you yield results. Apply your efforts, your time in something which is worth it, and do it well. A few days ago, I was listening to one of our leaders, Oliver. Most of you know him. He told us how he would sit and make a list of people he's going to call a day when he had just joined Jeunesse, and he would sit there and call people. That was working hard, making those calls, connecting to those people. Not everybody will say yes, but at least you've put in your effort, you've worked hard. Among those, there will be some who will be able to join the business. So work super hard. Then the third one is live your passion. Live your passion. When we join Jeunesse, it's actually a lifestyle. We are living our passion. I told you I'm passionate about eating healthy foods, living healthy, living long, and being in this business just suits my passion, because I really love to be able to put into my body that which is good. So if we are taking the supplements which are organic, which add life to us, how can you live longer when you're not doing something about it? We have the anti-aging products. These will help you live longer so that you can enjoy your passion, what you love doing. So live your passion as you do this business. Live your passion. If you want to travel, there are opportunities for us to travel. There are incentives for us to work hard so that we are among those who will be able to travel at the end of the year. So this is something I want us to really reflect upon. Look into your life. How are you coping with loving your family? How are you working? Are you working super hard? Then are you living your passion? If you are doing something which you love and you do it well, you will be able to achieve much. Nice to see you, Joy. Welcome to this meeting. Thank you so much. After a while, it's nice to have you back. So let's move on to the changes which have happened for you to join now. Enrollment has been made easier. You only do a few steps now in order to join. Yesterday, I tried it out. How can someone join? Because I have someone who's interested in joining. That actually it's Sarah who's here on the call. So I said, let me go through this and see what has happened, what has changed lately. And good news, there's no need for TIN if you're out of the US. You no longer need to supply the TIN. So all you need is to put your name and address, and then you choose a sign-up pack. And now the sign-up packs have been greatly varied, okay? It's no longer just a few. There are many choices of packs you can choose. They're trying to make it easier for us to choose any pack you want. But still the option of creating your own sign-up pack is still there. So you can choose what you want as long as it reaches 100 CVs. That is commissionable volume, stands for those letters CVs. A commissionable volume of 100, then you're good to go. So there are many choices. So everything is being made to make our work easier as we market this business, such that even if you're in the mall, in the comfort of your home, you can easily follow the steps and you get enrolled. You do not even have to have someone by you to help you. But if you need someone like that, yes, you can have someone like that to help you along the way. And I'm grateful for Rev Walter, who's giving time for orientation. to guide people along the way in how to join the business and how to maximize on using the tools which are available for us on the website. And then another thing I would like to encourage you to use is something called the golden conversion rate. The golden conversion rate simply means that once you've talked to somebody about this business or about the products, usually it takes them time to contemplate and then figure out whether this is for them or not. And once they let you know that they're interested, they want to know more, at that moment, invite them for the meetings. If they say they want to join, make them join as soon as possible. The danger of procrastinating and putting it off, or I'll see you another time, I'll explain to you another time, when you create that gap, it becomes very difficult for them to convert from a prospect to a buyer, from a prospect to a distributor. So the golden conversion rate is actually an hour. Research has been made that within an hour, you can either know whether the person is for this business or not. So use that time to really impact them, give them the necessary information they need in order to make an informed solution, and then follow up with them so that they get to a point where they commit to action. So the most important takeaway that every one of us on this call, I want you to remember, is our slogan in Jeunesse. Look young, feel young, and live young. That is what we are involved in this business. And for some of us, that is even our passion, that is our slogan. Actually, for me, our family business name is Cedar Palms, which comes from a verse in the Bible, Psalm 92, verse 12. There is a phrase there that flourish like a palm and grow like a cedar. So when this business was introduced to me and I said, wow, it just falls in line with our family business slogan. We want to live long, we want to flourish like a palm. You flourish when you look young, when you feel young, and you grow like a cedar, which grows tall and lasts for many years. I want to live for a long time, looking young and living young. So that is something I would encourage you to remember. Our slogan, look young, feel young, and live young. And in conclusion, I want us to know that the secret, just a minute, the secret to success in business as an entrepreneur is to market well. We can only succeed if we market well in our businesses, even in our lives, in other things we are doing. If we can market them well, then we'll be successful in whatever we do. And lastly, what will I do next? I want you to write in the chat, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do differently after hearing these marketing secrets I've given you? As for me, I'm going to contact as many people as possible and share the Jeunesse success story. That is my to-do thing, which I'm going to do next. I thought I was contacting a number of people, but I can beef up that number and contact more people. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'm Anne Bakyaita of Cedar Palms, a distributor in Jeunesse Global.